Hey there, home theater fans. My name is Todd Anderson with avnirvana.com, and we are here live at CEDIA 2022 in Dallas, Texas, and I am here with David Dunn.
Thank you.
David, you just told me your title. It's Director of...
National Trainer for Lenbrook, North America.
It's been a long day. I apologize. We're here at Lenbrook, and of course, Lenbrook, when you think of Lenbrook, you think of a lot of really amazing brands, PSB, Dali, BlueSound. You were telling me earlier about PSB has some new speakers out.
Yeah, PSB, kind of a neat thing. It's PSB's 50th anniversary this year, as well as NAD's 50th anniversary, BlueSound's 10th anniversary, so kind of a big year. So PSB has now launched their new Alpha IQ speaker, so it's a BluOS powered speaker in the PSB family. So full BlueSound built into it, so you can stream high-res audio, HDMI input, optical input, analog input, AirPlay, and Bluetooth as well. So it really is kind of a PSB's first kind of all-in-one streaming powered speaker that really does tick a lot of boxes.
Yeah, and this Alpha is smaller, right? I mean, it's more of like a desktop bookshelf speaker.
Yeah, small, more compact bookshelf speaker. 5 colors to choose from as well. Some of them are actually really, really nice. Yeah, and it just becomes another zone in a BluOS system. So it's a really nice addition.
Right. When you, for folks out there who don't know what BluOS is, can you describe that for us?
Yeah, so BluOS is a platform we developed. Like I said, we started it 10 years ago. It's high res, so 24-bit, 192 in every single room, no matter whether it's Wi-Fi or wireless. And you can do up to 64 players in a system. So cover pretty much any house you could run across. So
yeah, that's pretty awesome. And it sounds great too. I mean, I've heard it over the years, and I'm sure a lot of you out there have.
It's typical PSB. Paul Barton sets a pretty high bar. So
yeah. For sure. And that kind of rolls us into what's behind us here, the Powernode Edge.
Yeah, exactly. So brand new product from BlueSound, a new entry-level price point for us. $650 US, 40 watts, HDMI, eARC-in, an optical coax connection, and then all the other BluOS features, two-way Bluetooth, IR learning, basically all the features you expect. Just a great way for somebody to add a second BluOS zone to their existing system, or maybe it's their first player in a system. So.
Right, and as you were describing to me earlier, and you can kind of see on the wall back here, you can actually mount these on the wall. So you can hide it behind a TV.
Yep, the wall mount bracket's in the box, so you can hide it behind a cabinet, you can mount it behind a TV. Instead of doing a sound bar, you could do a nice pair of bookshelves or small towers, or maybe an LCR, and put that in behind it and get all the streaming functionality in what would have been a passive sound bar, for example, or use it as a surround amplifier for a BluOS surround system, so lots of different uses for it as well.
And how many of those can you distribute around a home?
It's part of BluOS, so 64.
64, that's a lot. If you have 64 rooms,
you're doing pretty well.
Right. Okay, and this leaves us with the big daddy who's back here. Dali has a new flagship speaker, and you guys have it here on display.
Yeah, we had to bring it in. The new Dali Core, about $110 US for it. Seriously impressive.
110,000.
110,000 US is what it's looking like it's going to be. Beautifully done. Like it actually has a concrete base to it. It's a work of art. Dali outdid themselves for sure.
It certainly is. I mean, I gave it a quick knock. It's like concrete.
Yep, feels like it, but it's a beautiful wood grain veneer. They actually have a hydraulic press that actually forms the cabinet. It's all built in Denmark, so they actually bought part of a Danish furniture company to make the cabinet specifically for them in Denmark.
What kind of driver array is on that particular speaker?
Oh, you're going to test me out. So one of Dali's kind of trademarks is they use a combination ribbon and dome tweeter in it, so that's part of it. And then they use Dali has a proprietary technology in their magnets called SMC. So this is actually the most SMC they've ever used before, and it's actually a double magnet array in the big drivers of their traditional wood pulp. Reinforced drivers, so yeah, seriously impressive.
Yeah, the wood pulp driver almost looks like leather.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people look at it and it almost looks cracked, but it's call it like what you would think as a traditional paper cone, but the wood fiber, actually, like rebar and concrete, adds stiffness to that driver. So it's really, really lightweight, makes it easier to drive, but you still get that stiffness you're looking for to get, a true piston action happening with your drivers. So,
of course, we're talking about concrete in the base. These things are not easy to move around.
No, fortunately, they come on wheels when you get them delivered. So it comes in a big crate. You actually drop the ramp down. You can actually wheel them into place, and then you spin the spikes down, and you unbolt the wheels, and nobody's moving it after that.
Wow, that's very interesting. So you could technically move it around if you wanted by putting the wheels back on.
Yep, you just basically lower the spikes, slide the wheels in, raise the spikes again, and wheel it off to somewhere else, but you're probably not going to move them a lot.
Yeah, for sure. All right, David, well, thanks for taking some time out of your day to chat with us, and hope you have a great rest of the show.
Thanks, you too.
All right, folks, that's all I got for you right now. Come on back later on, and we'll have more from CEDIA 2022.